Good morning. You find me very much wandering around the peak today. I'm scouting out all the different areas in the northeast. So I'm hitting Padley Gorge, I'm hitting Wyoming Brook. I've just gone a little bit further actually than Wyoming because I wanted to take this shot. Today is Armistice Day in the UK, where we obviously remember our fallen in the Great War in World War II. And I know that there was this monument, there's a few of these you'll see scattered around the UK, various places. And I thought this one, high up on this hill, overlooking the reservoir there, and with the autumn colours in the trees in the foreground, quite a bright sun. Unfortunately, I didn't get here early enough to just catch the colour, and the sun's out pretty bright. But I figured I'm here, I'll take the shot, get this chap, and just do my little bit for Armistice Day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Right, I don't know what I've recorded before this, but I thought I'd introduce, well, I'm not going to introduce, they're going to introduce themselves. So I'm bound to meet, it's full of camera wankers this morning. Padley Gorge is going to be, they're like locusts, okay? But as soon as I walked in, met these two lovely gents. So, gents, please.
Hello, I'm Simon Nicholson.
Paul Hill.
Right, okay, so Simon and Paul got Instagram channels.
Yeah, Simon Nicholson Photography.
Paul Hill Photography.
And Simon does some YouTube.
I've got a YouTube channel as well. Yeah, Simon Nicholson Photography again on YouTube.
Yeah, so you must go on there, drive his viewership down. If he's got any subs that aren't on mine,
Subs up, like and subscribe.
bring them over. But yeah, how wonderful. We're going to have some cool photography, aren't we, today?
We are.
Don't tell Craig Yates.
No.
No.
Right, so usual story when you walk into Padley Gorge, you're met with incredible images to shoot. This is no exception. Done this particular scene a few times, but look at the colours already. Okay, you know, we've been promising Padley Gorge for weeks and weeks and weeks now, and here we are. And I'm absolutely positive everyone watching right now is going to go, oh, wonderful. Okay. So I'll nip over to the camera and I'll show you what I'm doing, but I won't show you just the one shot. And then once I'm done, I'll show you the various shots, hopefully, that I've done. That makes sense. So there's the scene. Obviously, this is the Mac Daddy. That's you're either going to be your focal point, or it's going to be something used for framing, because if you look, follow these branches across, look at them reach over, and the colour follows them all the way across. So it's not like it's suddenly running out of focus there. It's taking it with it all the way. Absolutely beautiful. So what can we do with this? Well, we can move in. And use this as a frame. We can use this as a focus. Yeah, soften the back obviously. We can take it in with a really deep focus point back there, get it all in, or we can shallow depth of field. So much you can do with just this one spot. I don't often shoot compositions here, because I always find the rocks really boring, really just grey and dull, and they're big, so they distract normally from the brook. But today it's absolutely manic. Look at it. Wonderful, yeah. We have added photographer as well. That's good. But I'm going to see if I can do something with this. And as I often say, when I'm looking at water, I'm not just looking at how beautiful it is, but its energy. All right, that's what I want to catch. Okay, so rough and ready. Lots of interesting things going on here. Great shape in the water. That energy I was talking about. Lots of different ways of shooting it, but I'm more interested in the colour at the end. That for me is where it is. So I'm going to do a couple of landscape shots, then I'm going to do portrait, because for portrait I can really bring the colour in, make that 2/3 of the shot. Let's give it a go. Let's have a quick look at this in a bit more detail. I'll show you what we can pick out. For a start, loads of leaves collected down there. So this great foreground here. Unusual, again, these rocks normally dead boring, but today not so much. Really glad I've come down to this bit now. Then you've got all the great big boulders with the colour behind them. Am I going to throw leaves from the ground onto the foreground? Yes, I am going to do that. Paul and Simon of Paul and Simon Clown Photography have just spotted this wonderful gathering, mushroom gathering. It's really nice. Things like this, when you spot them, even though I didn't, I would have done, but they kept me away from it, are really nice to shoot. So do a lot of stuff with this. We've been on our knees underneath, photographing up into the mushrooms from the side, from the front. There's loads of compositions to do with this. That's a beautiful shot. Craig will be very jealous. And yeah, well done, lads. Good spot that. Thank you. It's getting late now. I've spent way too much time talking today to fellow photographers. So I'm only doing the first sort of fifth of Padley Gorge, and I've walked a little bit deeper into the woodland. In fact, I'm right next to a fence, so I won't be going any further, to try and get more trees around me to just soften this light a little bit. It's getting quite harsh now, but there are still shots to be had. I'm going to wander around a bit, just catch out some intimate. Oh God, I've just seen like a lovely twisty, snaky. I'll show you. Going to be super tough to isolate them. Not sure I can do it. Maybe put the f1.4 on, but I don't know. Couldn't make that shot work. Just couldn't pull it out. Tried the 50mm, going right down to 1.4 to like really isolate it and bracketing each spot, but just doesn't look right. Maybe that's one for another day, perhaps. Oh well. Anyway, I was saying I've come deeper into the woods to try and get, well, shots like this, in fact, or maybe sort of looking down back to where I've come from with the light coming in. Maybe there's something there. I think it's probably time for a cuppa, actually, if anything. I'll find a suitable rock and park my arse. So I've got my brew prepared. Nice little cup of tea. What a wonderful morning I've had. This was a bit of a surprise morning, so I wasn't going to do a vlog from here, and that's why I've kind of kept it short. I think anyway, I think it will be short. I was originally going to go to Wyoming Brook and a little bit further past there as well, but where I went was underwhelming and Wyoming Brook was closed because they're still doing some sort of shenanigans there. So I thought, well, I'll just stop off at Padley because it's on the way back. And oh, it's just so wonderful, and the colours are now here. So this is, you know, this is the sign. I now have to come and do a proper full stint, full morning of photography here, which I will. Met two channel followers, Paul and Simon, pro photographers. Absolutely great to meet them. Do check out their social media. It's always strange when I'm sort of hulking into some place and I hear my name, you know, Eddie Skelson, and you can't miss it. You can't mistake it for anything else. Oh right, okay. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. How nice. So it's the second week running that I've met people who follow the channel. So hopefully the word's getting out there that you can come along and see some okay photography and some fantastic countryside. I can never top this. I think this is why the channel does well. it's not me, it's these places. And I think I always say as a photographer, when I go out, I'm looking for fairies and elves. That's what I'm doing. I'm a landscape photographer, more specifically a woodland photographer. I'm looking for fairies and elves, folks. That's what I'm doing. I just happen to be, of course, where the fairies and elves would live. So it's beautiful. You know, as I look around me now, incredible colours, twisted trees, fungi, moss on the rocks, holly bush just there, sun coming behind me, which was deliberate because I want it to look cool. Absolutely great. Padley Gorge today, buzzing with people. It's great to see so many people enjoying this place. It really is. And they seem respectful as well, and that's the other thing, especially the kids. The kids are, you know, not trying to throw rocks around or anything like that. They're just really excited to be in somewhere this beautiful. We just got to keep away from the brook. It is raging right now. Thanks for coming along. I'm going to cut this here because I've taken longer than I anticipated. I've got to get home. My dog's going to be excited to see me. And yeah, thanks for the subscriptions. It's doing so well. Hopefully more to come. I'm going to go more places, got more lined up. Going to come back here with Craig Yates soon, which again, which is why I'm not going deep into it. We're going to do some exciting photography as well. I will every now and then step away from the woodland and do something a little bit different, see if you like it. Got some gear to tell you about, so if you're a budding vlogger of any sort, but especially of this sort of thing, I want to talk to you about some of the gear I've been using. So not stuff I picked up last week, but I've used it, tried to destroy it, and I'm happy with it, so I'll tell you about that. But we'll do all that another time. For now, enjoy your morning, afternoon or evening, and I will see you for the next one. Bye for now.